Audible. Major. Easy.
It's Friday and you're watching the Weekend Sports Report. I'm your host, Damon Silk Gibson. Plenty of games throughout the country, enough to sit back, relax, and prepare yourself for plenty of argumentative moments. Last week was a rough week for me going 0-5, but players slip up and I'll bounce back like 4 flats on a Cadillac. Let's get things started in college basketball. Now, a lot of hype has been placed on a few athletes in Division I basketball, such as Jabari Parker from Duke University and Andre Wiggins from Kansas University. But it amazes me how even though he's a Division III athlete, he holds the NCAA record for most points scored in a single game. His name is Jack Taylor from Grinnell College. And it's not like it's luck, because on Sunday, he did it again, folks, scoring 109 points, which brings his season average to 61 points per game so far. My prediction for his next performance, which is this Saturday, he won't shoot the lights out of the gym, but he'll put up a cool 63 points as Grinnell College stays unbeaten. The NBA has 10 games on the schedule Saturday, November the 23rd, but a must-see game has to be the surprising Portland Trail Blazers as they take their 8-game win streak on the road to take on the sharpshooter Steph Curry and the already on-the-scene Golden State Warriors. Tip-off is at 10:30 Pacific time. Portland comes in with a well-put-together roster. Second-year guard Damian Lillard is looking like a problem child on the floor, averaging 19 points per game. And his oh-so-friendly superstar forward, LaMarcus Aldridge, is definitely putting in work as well, averaging 22 points a game so far. Second-year coach Mark Jackson is looking like a man on a mission with this Warriors team. They come in ranked in top 10 in both offense and defense. Steph Curry comes in averaging 19 points a game, and we all know he can light it up at any moment. Just ask the Knicks. A hidden acquisition for the Golden State Warriors All-Star and Olympic gold medalist Andre Iguodala. Iguodala comes in averaging about 2 steals a game, and we all know he could jump out of the gym and rise with the best of them. Well, ladies and gents, it's that time again. The Dunk of the Week award goes to, drum roll please, Chicago Bulls small forward Taj Gibson. No relation.
Silk, what your word be? Got the people in awe with your word G. Have you sitting on the side like a Big D? Knock it out first take like Skip B. From house to the pros, the Rams to the nose. From DC to AZ, LA to MI. Even got NY. Boy, do you be out? Yeah, bro, do you be out? Kill 'em like Brown, come back like D-Rose. Put a million on a banana, no Pete Rose. High tide, Bama, #1 in the post. Game in like Griffey, leave out.
Ladies and gents, let's mosey on down to Stillwater, where we have a primetime battle between the number 3 Baylor Bears and the 11th ranked Oklahoma State Cowboys. Now, some would say Baylor has not played anybody this season. Let's not forget,
you play to win the game.
the only way to win is to score. I'm going to end the argument quick. Baylor has the number 1 ranked offense, Baylor in a blowout. We're going to headline 2 games on Sunday and an anticipated matchup on Monday. Let's hop a flight and take a trip to New York, where temperatures will be in the low 30s. Man, it's going to be cold. As Tony Romo and the Dallas Cowboys take on the surging New York Football Giants. Romo got the best of Eli in the first meeting, but it seems like that was the game that got the Cowboys coaster rolling. The boys coming with a banged-up defense, giving up so many touchdowns to Drew Brees 2 weeks ago, I can't even remember. Eli and the Giants on a 4-game winning streak and look to take advantage of a banged-up Cowboys defense. The boys will create more turnovers again. Look for Romo to lead the Cowboys to a victory, 38-34. Sunday night, our flight lands in Foxborough, where the 2 for sure Hall of Fame quarterbacks meet once again at Gillette Stadium. Kickoff is at 8:30 Eastern Time. The Patriots come off a controversial loss to the Saints last week, but if it's one duo that has Manning's number, it's the BB Kings, Belichick and Brady. Tom Brady is 9-4 all-time against Manning, and his last loss was back in 2009, the infamous 4th-and-2 game. The Broncos come in 9-1, a little beat up on offense, but let's not forget this season Manning has 34 touchdowns to just 6 interceptions. Sorry, Tom, better make it a 9-5 record against Manning. He's on a mission this season. Broncos pull away late, 38-24. We have a highly anticipated matchup between 2 quarterbacks that, if you ask me, are both either overhyped or overrated. Colin Kaepernick and the San Francisco 49ers take on Robert Griffin III and the last-place Washington Redskins. Kickoff is at 8:40 Eastern Time. Now, it's been a lot of questions from coast to coast, like Colin Kaepernick is better than Robert, and vice versa. In some opinion, RG3 is having a below-average season, but can you really rate his season thus far? I mean, he is only his 2nd season and still working through the return of an ACL injury just almost a year ago. Turning our attention over to the Niners, Colin Kaepernick, who comes in with a defense that can shut you down with backers like Patrick Willis and Navarro Bowman. and a secondary that can cause turnovers at will. A hidden stat, since the first game against the Packers, Kaepernick has barely thrown for 150 yards and reaching 250 just once in the last 10 games. Don't expect too many big plays from either quarterback in the air. Both will try to use their legs to get the job done. Niners in a blowout, 31-17. Well, folks, that wraps up another episode of the Weekend Sports Report. I'm your host, Damon Silk Gibson, and I'll see you next week. Hollywood, shout out.